got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who... Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little... Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler, and I've made some cash from gambling, and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer... Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of... There are a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory. There is a way. Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the cash. If you make it back alive. All right, I suppose I can cut you a deal. Okay. Here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, I'll pay... Whoa there, pal.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment? But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces. Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any s-
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl. Follow.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years. Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get... Should that go well, maybe you can help. You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside. Seclusion has kept us safe. But the world around us is changing. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world. But I think we need to let it in. You're that little bit of the world, child. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum. Come.
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty. Sorry, I've got work to take care of. Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis. These are extraordinary privileges. Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to... They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay. Just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them.
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
In case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. It's just about time to get you some news. The NCR flag has been hoisted over former Legion outposts after heavy fighting. NCR officials are calling this a big win.
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around. I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without... Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds. Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick.
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
I see the power's back on. Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you... I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider. I have 3 patients here who are gravely injured fighting. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you If what you say is true, you... That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you. Excellent treatment. I hadn't thought... I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around. Yes, outsider? Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you, Sav.
How is your visit with us going, stranger? I do believe you've convinced 1 or 2 of us that it's better you made it here than were blown to... Each of the elders would appreciate assistance. Seek out Jack, Loyal, Raquel, and Argot.
mister? Can you help me find Mr. Mr. Cuddles is my teddy. Thanks. Hey.
Get lost.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it. Yep. You drive a hard bargain.
Listen very closely and do as I say. Hand over everything you're carrying. Weapons, ammo, clothes, armor. I've told you what to do. Strip off your clothes and equipment, or... Take it all off and hand it to me. Then come inside and through the door at the...
There you are. A few of us wanted to thank you for being such a good friend to the Brotherhood, so we've set aside some of our recycled energy cells. We'll leave a few of them in that footlocker in the corner every so often. The Paladins scoff at using recycled ammo, so no one should mind.
How the hell did you get in here? Normally I would have already shot you, but I'm under orders to bring you to the Elder. Okay. I'll take you to him. Follow me, closely, or you'll be shot.
How did you find us, stranger? And do tell the truth. You took an extreme risk in coming here. My policy toward... The security of this bunker is my foremost concern, and I take pain. For this reason, I might be interested in contracting with an outsider who can accomplish certain tasks. An NCR ranger has begun to set up post in one of the other bunkers up top, for example. Very well. I'll be Paladin Ramos will escort you back to the bunker's entrance and set you loose. You are not free to carry the secret of this bunker's location beyond Hidden Valley. To underscore this point, you'll be fitted with an explosive collar. Wander off and it will detonate.
You'll find your equipment in the chest to your right. Don't bother coming back until you've dealt with the Ranger.
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder gang? Ha! Got some stones on you, son. I like that. Standard practice. Rangers operate on our own. Usually we call in our positions to McCarran to be relayed to other Rangers. But I'm sure as hell not gonna lose any sleep on account of a goddamn broken down radio. Oh, and in your expert... You've seen that with your own two... God damn. I knew Cook's gang passed through these parts by... Be a rude awakening to find 15 of those merciless bastards looking down at me snoozing. Yep, I'd be better off setting up an ambush along one of their routes to catch strike.
Stand back from the door. The Elder's eager to hear you.
How did you resolve the situation with the Ranger? Gone. Why did he leave? Yes, you exploited his fear of powder gangers very effectively. He'll keep his distance, setting ambushes, never suspecting that these bunkers house something far more dangerous. Since you completed your assigned task, I will allow you to come and go from the bunk. There, that's better, I hope. Now that we have that bit of unpleasantness, stop by the command room when you can. Oh, and bear in mind, if you... What I wish to discuss with you can wait for once I get settled in the command room, outsider. What I wish to discuss with you can wait for once I get settled in the command room, outsider. When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I did... After giving the matter some thought, however, However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be... What do you say, outside? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not... In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to... That is unfortunate. As long as there is a chance... I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a hollow... The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on... Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the year. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hope...
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? Why should you trust the Elder? I'd recommend listening to both of us. So are you willing? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are for... Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way... Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any... He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. And because he fails to see that... I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward. I would put this chapter back on the right path. I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some... Which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't In short, you're in a perfect position. If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrol. And when that happens, it will be... And...
Yes, what is it? Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ron. I am Head Scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy.
Yeah? It's our virtual reality training hall. We don't really go out all... Yeah, a lot more. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to talk... Head Scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent. Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR Special. I miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip... They both died. I'm currently an apprentice in the Brotherhood, and but first I have to decide which order I want to join.
Hmm? Oh, you must be the outsider everyone's buzzing about. Pleased to meet you.
Evening.
Hey.
Sorry, but I'm a little busy here, if you'll excuse me.
How may I assist you?
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but one of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found it. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus. Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that... Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding prior... Yeah. What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move. You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a... Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing. Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, to maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you... The virus just jumped. Find what... terminals it went to. Ten seconds. Everyone says I'm crazy, but I still say it'd be... great advancement if doors opened once you got close to them. Damn, it's jumped. Thought we might have had it that time.
How may I assist you? Evening. Hard. Our early test results look promising.
How may I assist you? Did you want to try isolating the virus? All right, I'll monitor when it jumps. When... Evening. The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Ten seconds. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolating the virus? All right, I'll monitor when it jumps. When I give the... The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged. You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think... But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to... I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics. Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock the... I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. I myself often wish we could end this interminable... Hello again, my friend.
How may I assist you? Your presence here... That's right. Under the lock... So... And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, our elder at that place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving.
How may I assist you?
Hello again, my friend.
Oh, hey there. Something I... That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following order. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years. Bye.
Hello.
What is it, outsider? Have you just... Yes. I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for... That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able... It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrol... It's a travesty. It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of... After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to... Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either. Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, seeing as how he was a... But an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, whatever scientific... Trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind. And many of the senior paladins, myself included, advised him to fight a retreating action, but he refused to. We never did find out exactly what he was talking about. When the... Helios was the worst goddamn action I've seen in a long... I could hardly call myself head paladin if I didn't. It's one of the first things every initiate learns when they start training. Second part. What did you have?
Found the missing patrols, or was... That is unfortunate. Return when you have found...
Morning.
Found the missing patrols, or... That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out. It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wound. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed there are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when... And so the lockdown has been extended. We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active. That is... Found the missing patrols, or was some... They were all dead then. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also... When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. When you find them, tell them you're my representative, and ask them if the bears are still hunting. Return when you've gathered all...
Hello? What is it, outsider? Just as I thought. McNamara gave my men new orders. This little stunt is probably what got them killed in the first place. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm trying...
Don't take another step if you value your life. Strange that the Elder should send an outsider. My observations have mostly focused on the small town to the south. That such an act could occur so far west is nearly unthinkable. The NCR has... That they have not responded to this violence shows either an unwillingness or inability to prop... I've collected such musings in this report. Please...
Approach slowly, stranger, if you have no business with me. Then I am sworn to report. I've been dividing my time between the... One belongs to the NCR, the other to a band of slavers known as Caesar's Legion. I was sure the NCR would quickly... Instead, the two sides maintained a long stalemate, and only after an extended duration... When they did, it appeared they did so with the help of fresh reinforcements. That savages such as these could last so long against the NCR is troubling. Please, take my...
What do you want? And don't... You speak truly, for it is unlikely that an outs... Very well. I've been observing the penal facility. The facility was run by the NCR for a time, but the prisoners overcame their guard. What puzzles me is why these men have been allowed to run wild. Give this to the Elder. My observation...